Do you guys want to talk about Pretty Little Liars? Because I feel like talking about Pretty Little Liars, or Pull as it's known, PLL. So let's talk about season 6, episode 14, New Guys, New Lies. Or, like I like to put it, they need a new writer for their episode titles because really, that was kind of lame. Anyway, the show starts off with showing us Cancer laying in bed together the morning after, and I'm just like, we get it. We know it happened. Stop rubbing it in our face. I'm completely aware they slept together, and I'm not happy about it, although a lot of you guys seem to like them together. I like that they're a power couple, and I would not mind them together if Caleb hadn't happened and if um, Spoby hadn't happened, then I wouldn't mind them together. But they did happen. That's the point, and I just hate it. It's awkward. It's wrong. Moving along. So they're all sitting in the brew after Spencer finally decides to show her ass up, and Hannah decides that she's going to text the person back and say, "Do I know you?" And they say yes. I think that we have seen this person before, although I have heard rumors that it is someone completely new. But we still have this twin that was mentioned a long time ago. I'm not sure if they're ever going to be brought into the storyline. The only person that I think that we might have heard of but never seen before would be Bethany Young, but I'm pretty sure she's dead as a doornail. So, not counting on that possibility. I was actually talking with Diane on Twitter, and she brought up a really good point, and one that I had while I was watching the episode. What if the parents have all band together to kill Charlotte for what she did to their daughters? Possibly, possibly. Even though Byron no longer looks suspicious because he's getting a lot of shade this episode, so obviously we as the viewer are like, can't be Byron, which really pissed me off at the beginning of the season because you guys know how much I hate Ezra. Not Ian Harding. I love the actor. I just cannot stand the character of Ezra with Arya. By himself, he's okay, but I really wanted him to be this like supreme bad A. And because he was getting so much shade, I don't think it's gonna happen. Plus, they've already made him shady in season 4, and that went down the crapper real quick. Let's see. And the new A, I don't know what we're calling them now, so I'm just gonna refer to them as A because, yeah, sent a picture of the murder weapon, which is a 9-iron. Later on, the girls are looking at the photo and they actually discover that the rug as the backdrop of the 9-iron is actually at Bradley. So obviously, everyone's like, oh my god, it's Sarah. It's not Sarah. Sarah is either dead in her hotel room, which is why she doesn't want to be disturbed, or she's getting some Ezra action, or she's just sick with mono or something. But it's not Sarah. We need to move past this whole Sarah Harvey thing. Although I kind of want her to be involved somehow, just so she's not meaningless and sitting there like she has been. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that Sarah will have a bigger role to play? Let me know down below. Uh, I actually wrote in my notes, hallelujah, Ezra is out of town. And I don't remember her name. It's not Meredith. Oh my gosh. The girl that works at the brew that Emily really likes said that Ezra is always disappearing and she will not give Arya the key to the loft. So eventually Arya sneaks in while Emily is talking to her and steals the key to go look at his golf clubs, only to discover that his 9-iron is still there. Damn it. Anyway, Toby is dating the daughter of Spencer's mother's competition in the senator race. I think she's going for senator, and Toby is dating her. And Spencer sees that he's planning to propose to her as well. And in this episode, there was just so much tension between Spencer and Toby and Caleb and Hannah. And I'm just like, this has got to go. Like, okay, yes, cancer happened. Hooray. But now it's super awkward between all 4 of them, and this is going to affect a friendship if Spencer and Caleb decide to break up. It's already affecting your friendship to an extent. I mean, it's just really awkward. And I really didn't like seeing that side of the show. So I hope that they kind of botch it kind of soon and not drag this into something that's like going to go for the rest of the season. A couple more episodes is fine. I'll get over it. But I really don't want to see this for the rest of the season because it's just awkward and I don't like the relationship drama. I want more focus on the storyline. And yeah, then I put down that Caleb and Spencer are idiots because, as I said, it's super awkward. Yet Hannah and Toby are both saying it's okay, and you can see all over their face it is not okay. And hey, maybe that's the reason why Hannah hasn't set a date for her engagement yet because she is still hung up on Caleb. Go figure. There's a difference between like having a history with someone and seeing them and still feeling kind of nostalgic, I guess, and then just still being plain into them, which is pretty obvious on their faces. Even though they did go through all of this stuff together while they were in high school, if they were truly over it, they would tell their faces that they were over it and not look as devastated. Oh my gosh, you guys, this episode really did surprise me because Ashley Marin still has a house. I did not know that. I was actually thinking at the start of this episode, whatever happened to the Marin house? Because we haven't seen her or Hannah in it really. Hannah's like staying at Lucas's now, which is super weird because like your mom works at Radley and can get you a room there with all the fun memories, or you can go stay in your own house. And she has opted not to. So kudos to Hannah and Mama Marin for keeping a roof over their heads. And then Hannah confesses to her mom that she deleted the video. Her mom was obviously rather upset. She's like, "You're not in high school anymore, Hannah." And Hannah was asking about the tape, and her mother said that they keep backup on a hard drive at the security facility known as the farm. And later on, Ashley Marin goes and retrieves the tape, so Lorenzo cannot question Hannah at the police station after she's done lawyered up. Byron, okay, Arya is in Ezra's apartment looking for the 9-iron, and she sees that he has 2 messages. So Arya being Arya, she has to snoop where she doesn't belong, and she listens to the first one. It's some random girl, and then the second one is from her dad telling Ezra, it's not what you think. Yeah, he wants to discuss what he thinks he saw that night. It's not what you think, along those lines. So, major playback to when Allie went missing that night. Like, everybody was involved. Now you have Byron involved. You have Ezra involved for sure. Arya was there to an extent because she saw Charlotte. There we go. I wasn't going to attempt she saw Cece because, yeah, that was really hard just the one time. Okay, Arya and Emily are at Arya's house, and Arya's trying to get a hold of her dad because now she's pointing the finger at him instead of Ezra because Arya's always loved to point the finger at new suspects, like constantly. It's ridiculous. She's like jumping from one person to the other. And I actually put in my notes that there is a creepy Broncos fan standing outside watching this interaction between Arya and Emily. Evidently it was a postman, but the way that the reflection was through the window, the hat was distorted and it looked like a Broncos hat. And yeah, we are not having that. You see this little lovely Patriot, you guys? There we go. New England, yes. Even though I will be rooting for the Broncos in the Super Bowl, I think I've let my loss go. I'm no longer bitter. I'm okay. And then we find out in a flashback that Arya is having that Ella went to see Charlotte. Byron was giving Ella hell for this. And Ella, the sympathetic soul as always. She's so like nurturing. She's like, they just left her there, and her doctors have said, or they all say that she's changing and making progress. And Byron's like, no, no, she's not. She's a monster that kidnapped our daughter. And, basically, I want to make her pay. So, again, more shade equals didn't do it. Right? All right. Caleb was able to track the signal from the cell phone that's been sending the girls the messages after Spencer shows him that, hey, I am receiving messages again. And she deletes one that she got about Toby and her not being good enough for him. And Caleb later confronts her about it. She's like, I just didn't want things to be awkward. We're still having fun, so let's just have fun. And Caleb's like, okay, let's just have fun. Yeah, you're not having fun because it's a whole bundle of awkward from, like, everywhere in Rosewood. Anyway, Cancer is at the storage unit, and they get a text that says, I don't lurk in the shadows. I hide in plain sight. So if this text can be believed, maybe we're seeing as a part of the show. Yes, I know what you guys are saying. We're obviously seeing the old man, which is probably in disguise. Maybe we're seeing them without the disguise, which would be really cool because with Charlotte, we didn't really see her often enough and not really participating. She was kind of lurking in the background. So I like that we're seeing this new person, even if it is like a really crap disguise. And I just really like seeing the involvement that they're having so far. It's nice, rather than seeing one little clip at the end of each episode. And then Hannah, while Spencer, ow, I bit my tongue. While Spencer is having her lunch with the candidate's daughter, the other candidate's daughter, Hannah is upstairs breaking into her mother's computer and sees that Ezra and Byron are not staying at the Radley, even though Byron went upstairs. Then they all kind of like jabbed at Arya that her dad was, seeing someone. That's why he was there. Maybe. Or maybe it really was that Byron and Ashley teamed up to take out Charlotte. And then Byron calls Arya while she's at the Radley and says, we need to talk alone, even though I know you're with your friends. It's like, well, all right, Papa Creep, how you know that? You got somebody tailing her? I want to know who he was talking to in that car. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then the person wearing the really bad disguise sneaks out of Radley and hops into this black town car and pulls off their mask. And I was so waiting for just a little sneak peek, but of course we didn't get it. So that makes me really think that they are the bad person rather than just, a minion. I don't know, you guys. Who do you guys think this person is? Could it be Sarah? I really don't think it's going to be Sarah. I think that's way too obvious. Sarah, Byron, and Ezra. But I don't know. I'll have to see a couple more episodes before I really start forming solid theories about things. Jason is still really high on my suspects list. I don't want to get so involved this time around and just keep theorizing and have the show lose all fun for me like it did before. I was just obsessed with theories and I want to enjoy it for the content, which was actually okay this episode. I just wish that they would stop focusing on the awkwardness between, Cancer relationship. But other than that, I am really happy and I'm liking where it's going now more than I was with the first and the second episodes of this half of the season. What did you guys think of this episode? And I am sorry if I am slamming into Caleb and Spencer too much. No offense to you guys. Everyone has an opinion, but that's mine. So let me know your thoughts about this episode down in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!